The floor is yours.
Thank you. I have my time management support system here. I'll do a short talk on traceability in seedling logistics and try to make the case for why it's interesting to look into a bit more maybe. And I'll also go over shortly the project me and my colleague is working on. I see that his name is not on the presentation. He's also called Anders Nilsson. He's an engineer. Here we go. So why bother with traceability in climate sensors? So really in Sweden, the most common method of regeneration is planting. But almost a third of planted seedlings die within the first 3 years of planting, here at least. And the seedling mortality, of course, has an impact on the future forest, as it will have less benefits of the breeding. And today there is a very limited insight into the work process or the operations regarding transporting the seedlings from the nursery to the regeneration site. We have quite a good understanding of what happens at the nursery and also to an extent at the regeneration site. But this limited insight also makes it difficult to manage and control the impact this journey has on the seedlings. And it is assumed that seedlings sometimes are exposed to very high temperatures or even drought during the transportation. And this can, of course, affect the survival of the seedlings. But luckily for us in silviculture, other industries have to a degree already figured this out. We will, of course, have to change it a bit to fit our needs. But a close relative in the industry is the flower industry. Or this is some flower cuttings at my local grocery store, and they can deliver fresh cut flowers that you can have in your windowsill for weeks, and they are fresh. But we don't always succeed in delivering plants. Why is that? And also is the case for food. We want food that is fresh and medicine that works. So the project we're working on is to develop methodology to track seedlings from nursery to regeneration site and for documenting seedling transport and storage time. And then also we will do a pilot study. We will do a proof of concept to use these developed methods. And one of these technologies we are working on is the RFID or radio frequency identification, which enables really a cost and quick, effective inventory of your products. And really the added benefit of RFID compared to a QR code, which we to some extent use today, is that you don't really need direct visual contact with the box that you're looking at. So you can have just if you have a scanner, you can scan an entire room or everything that goes in or out of a room, which makes it a lot easier to use compared to a QR code. And you can also, with the modern ones, if you put some more money into it, you can measure the climate, so temperature and humidity to a degree, which can be very interesting for the logistics chain. So here we can see the flow from nursery to the regeneration site. It's a study we did last year where we mapped out the organizational perspective. And really if you see up in the corner, you can see that nursery, and then you have a haulage company that also has to communicate with the nursery, so their plans work. And then you have some sort of terminal where you have a contractor who performs the planting service for a forest owner. And they usually have a terminal, which is like a barn or old machine hall or just an open area. And they don't really have a lot of resources to take care of the seedlings, so they don't want to have a big inventory there. So you usually just have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 weeks worth of seedlings there, which the planting crews uses. And you could see a added benefit for the contractor and the nursery that they know what's in storage and how the flows will work, because you have a limited capacity of outflow from the nursery as you have to load the trucks there. And there is a potential damage to the seedlings, both in the when you put the seedlings into storage in the nursery. It's usually a big haul that you fill up, and it maybe take a week or 2 to fill the entire thing up, and they might have a different treatment, which might affect the regeneration site. And then you can have like a tractor, they need to sleep at some point. If it's sunny outside, it can get very hot in the truck. So that's a potential danger. And then, of course, you don't know how long your seedlings have been in storage at the contractor either. which is a potential problem. You really want the first in, first out case for the seedlings, but sometimes you might put your seedlings furthest in, and then you have a first in, last out scenario, and that's maybe not the best. And really, you can also see an added benefit for the forest owner, of course, if they know that they get the hardness they pay for, and yeah. So that's the project we're working on to get a bit more transparency into that chain. We often call it the black hole of regeneration in when I talk to the people in the industry. So yeah, I think I'm good there.